Okay, so now we're going to start amortizing our bond, and we'll go on to July, the payment in July, right? July interest payment, right? Maybe leave a little more space. So we know that our bond is carrying at 525,227. And so if we need our interest expense, we will do the carrying times it by the effective, right? Effective rate times it by the semi-annual. Will give us our interest expense, and then if we want our cash, we would do the coupon rate, which would be your 8% times it by the annual, or coupon times it by the face times it by the semi-annual. Right, so let's do that entry. So we are going to debit interest expense. We are going to credit our discount on bond payable. We want to get rid of that over time, amortize it over time, and then we will do, since this is in July, we should just do cash. Right, we'll just pay them out cash. We said that cash would be our coupon times it by the face, or coupon rate times it by the face times it by semi-annual 0.5. And so, like we had before, we knew that we were going to have interest payments of $24,000, so that seems fine to me. Interest expense would be the carrying. This would be your carrying value to start off with, times it by the effective interest rate. Effective rate times it by our semi-annual periods, 0.5. So carrying was the 525 times by the effective 10% times it by 0.5, which would give you semi-annual. So we were expecting that this was going to be bigger, right? The difference between these two would give you your amortization, right? So your discount on bonds payable would be a credit, your cash would be a credit. You would actually pay out your customers that, but your interest expense is larger than your cash because of this bond, this discount on bond payable, because we didn't collect the full $600,000. So this would be your entry for paying it out in July. And then finally, for December, we do need to update the carrying value, right? So if we start at 525,227, at the end, when everything's said and done, we need to be at 600,000. So with a discount, we would add any amortization to the carrying value, because at the end, we're going to get all the way up to the 600,000. So we started at 5, let's start, and then the amortization added, because it's a discount, added, will give you new carrying amount. So you would do a new carrying amount for every single period, every semi-annual period. So we started at 525. We have amortization here, and we're going to add them together for a new carrying value. Right? This cash is going to stay the same for the whole entire life of your bond. So I can continue with this cash. Make sure I paste it correctly, and then I have a new carrying value. This is interest expense. So you would have, oh, but this isn't cash though, right? Because it's at the end of the year, it's an adjusting entry. We're not going to pay it until January 1st. This would be interest payable, because we'll pay it in January the next year. But this will still be a discount on bond payable, and we will still have interest expense over here, right? And so now we have this new carrying value. Carrying times it by the effective times it by semi-annual 0.5, right? And so every single period our interest expense will increase over here, and then we will do the difference between these two, and our amortization will increase as well. And so this would be your December 31st, and so it would be an adjusting entry because we're incurring interest and haven't paid it yet. And this is what would be expected for your December 31st entry and your July entry there. And so, yeah, that's what I'm looking for.